Letter of the week is D. The mommy is a capital, the baby is a lowercase. Do they look the same? No. Do they sound the same? Always. D says D. This is the sign for the letter D. These are some words that begin with the letter D. There's a capital D and a lowercase d. This says D is for duck, dinosaur, dark, donut, dust, dog. That's just some of the words that begin with the letter D. Now let's go over to the table and do center one. I will go over the instructions for the 3 center 1 this week. The first thing we're going to do is dress our D up like a dragon. So slide the paper clip off, and then you slide all the pieces off, and then you'll see a capital letter D. Down here, this says dragon. What you're going to do before you open up your glue stick, you're going to make a pointy finger, and you're going to trace your letter D. Our letters always start at the top, top, top. It goes down and around 2 more times. Down and around. 1 more time. Down and around. After you've traced it 3 times, you can make the sign and say D, D, dragon. Then you're going to assemble all of these pieces. There are quite a few for the letter D. You will see an eyeball, a mouth. Can you see the mouth? This is part of the mouth. And those are the little nostrils up there. And then you'll see 2 pieces with lots of spikes. So first I'm going to show you where the spikes go. You're going to turn it this way so that the spikes go out. And this goes along that part of the letter D. This is going to go on top, kind of like a crown or a spiky mohawk. And then the eye is going to go right here on this part of the letter D. And the mouth goes right below the eyeball. There you go. Once you have all of your pieces assembled, make the sign again. D, D, dragon. Now you're ready for glue. So lid comes off, and we're going to put the glue on the back of the piece, just on the part that's going to touch the letter. So see here, we don't want to put it on the spiky parts because that's not on the letter D. We're going to turn it over and we're going to do it on this long straight side. We're going to say a line is just fine. And then you're going to turn it over and push it down. Make sure you press it down so it sticks onto the letter D. Just like that. Same thing with this crown part. Line is just fine. Push it down. The eyeball, you can do the whole back of the eyeball. So you can just make a circle around it. Go around it a couple of times. Then push the eyeball down. Now look here at the mouth. We're going to do a line is just fine. Just on the back side of this piece like that. Because that's the only part that's going to touch the letter D. And then you push it down. You're all done with your dragon. Doesn't it look cute? Lid goes on the top. And there's your dragon. You can make the sign one more time for good luck. D, D, dragon. That's the first center 1 for the week. Our second center 1 is going to be our handwriting practice. This says handwriting practice for Jenny. This is mine. Yours will say handwriting practice for, and then it'll have your name. Then there'll be several copies of your name on here for you to trace. You're going to need 1 marker for this one. Okay, so you can pick whatever color you want. And maybe you have different colors than me. And that's okay. Any color you pick is a great color. So you're going to take the lid off and you're going to put it like that. Or you can just hold it, or you can set it on the table. But see, if I set it on my table, it kind of wants to roll away. So I always put it on the top so I don't lose it. You take your 3 fingers and hold your marker with a proper grip. and then you start on the top left side at that little circle. The little circle shows us on each letter where we put our marker at the very beginning. And I'm going to practice tracing my name, and you can either watch me and then practice tracing your name after. You can pause the video if you want to, or you can practice tracing your name at the same time that I'm practicing tracing my name. Remember, we don't jump down to this row until we're all the way done with the whole top row. So I'm going to come over and do this copy of my name here. Bing, to the next row. Trace every letter. Do your very best effort. It does not have to be perfect. It's just practice. Every time you practice, you get a little bit better. It becomes a little bit easier. Bing, down to the third row. Once you're all done tracing your name on the third row, you have a choice. You can either practice writing your name down here on this fourth row. You can practice writing the letters for your name, or you can leave it blank if you want to. I think I'll leave mine blank today. Then you're going to take your name and you're going to tuck it underneath the letter of the week, which is the letter D. We're going to start with the capital, and then we're going to trace the lowercase in the same color, and we're going to do it 3 times. So I'm going to start with my pink here, and you can start with whatever color you traced your name with. When we trace our name, we always stick with the same color for the whole page. And then when we move to our letter of the week, we do rainbow colors. So I'm going to start with pink because that's what I did my name with. You can do whatever color you'd like. It goes down and around, and then the lowercase d goes a circle up and down. Then I'm going to switch. Make sure you always put your cap on so your marker doesn't dry out. I'm going to switch to another color. Fingers at the tip in the proper grip. It goes down and around. Don't forget the lowercase. A circle up and down. You can put your cap on that marker, whatever color you chose. I had orange for my second color. Then you pick one more color. I'm going to do green. Fingers at the tip, down and around. Don't forget the lowercase, a circle up and down. Then I'm done with my rainbow letters. I did 3 colors, the capital and the lowercase the same color. So we always want to do our best effort on these 2 pages. And then when you're done with your handwriting, you can turn it over and you have options. Look how cute that little duck is. You don't even have to color the duck if you don't feel like it. Or if you're frustrated, sometimes handwriting can be frustrated, you can just scribble the duck. You can use all these colors and just scribble it if you want to. Or you can color this duck in the most beautiful detail. Maybe you want to color a cute little yellow duck or a black duck. Maybe you want a polka dot duck. Whatever you want is okay. Maybe you even want to draw like some water or a pond for the duck to swim in. Or maybe the duck's standing on a grassy hill and you could draw a hill. You can add as much detail to this picture as you'd like. You've got all kinds of options here. That is our second center one for the week, our handwriting. Our third center one is our journal. And what you're going to do with your journal, before you even open it up, you're going to make a pointy finger, trace your name just one time. You'll trace your whole name here. After you've traced your name, you're going to look for the letter of the week. Ding, 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 ding. D, duck. Then open it up, and you're going to look for the letter of the week. Ding, 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 ding. the sign there? D, duck. Or you could say dragon or dinosaur, whatever D word you want. Then we're going to turn the page until we find the letter D. There's A, B, C. Now your pictures are going to have some really awesome illustrations and words up here that describe your illustration. Miss Jenny's, I'm just using it to show you the example of how to do your tracing your letters in this. Wait till you get to the letter D, and once you get here, you're ready. So you're going to need your markers, and you can decide in your journal if you want to do them all the same color or if you want to change colors. You can change colors too. I'm going to start with my orange. Whatever color you have, you want to make sure that you're holding your marker with the proper grip, and you always want to start at the top on the left side, so it's the side closest to the crease. And then if you look here, you'll see the instructions on how to make the letter. It goes down, see the number 1 with the arrow, and around. There's the number 2 showing you around. The lowercase, we start here at the circle. It goes a circle up and down. Then you can do the whole thing in one color if you want, like I was saying, or if you want, you can change colors. I'm in the mood to change colors today. So I'm going to change to green to trace my second set. Down and around. And look, if you go out of the lines a little bit, no big deal. We're just practicing. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, I'm going to change again. I'm getting wild and crazy today. I'm going to do pink now. Down and around. A circle up and down. Once we're done with the whole top row, we go bing to the next row. I'm going to do the same thing. I did a little ABC pattern here. See, it goes orange, green, pink. That's ABC if we're doing a pattern. What would be the next one? We'd be back to the A color, which is orange. So I'm going to do orange again. If I'm following this ABC color pattern, what color comes next? It goes orange, green, pink, orange, green. I'm going to do green next. But remember, you can do whatever color you want. Down and around, a circle up and down. Okay, what's my last color going to be? Do you guys know? It goes orange, green, pink, orange, green, pink. Did you guess it? Good job. Down and around, a circle up and down. When you're done tracing all of your letters, you're going to use your markers to draw an illustration down in this space here. Remember, an illustration is a picture or a drawing. We're going to try to think of something that starts with the letter D that you can draw. After you've done your illustration, you can ask a parent or maybe an older brother and sister that knows how to write. You can tell them your words that describe your illustration, and they can write your words for you. Let's go back over and look on the wall at some of the words that start with the letter D. D is for duck, dinosaur, dark, donut, dust, and dog. And those are the instructions for center 1 with the letter D.